Hello everyone, today we're making an Opalite pendant. I have made hundreds of these and they have all sold, so it's a bestseller. Now, we just check that Opalite because it is glass and quite often there are flaws. So have a look at your stone before you put all the work into it. Next we're going to take that little pin and bail out of the top of the glass. If you have a clean piece of glass, that's perfect. Now you're going to cut two lengths of aluminium wire 1 millimeter thick, 15 centimeters long, each of them. You'll also need 30 centimeters of weaving wire, 0.3 millimeter. Now wrap those two wires together 2.5 centimeters from the end. Split the two wires apart and begin your weave. You're going to make a woven channel. So 2 wraps on the one wire, underneath, and then 2 wraps over, underneath again, and so on, and work your way along the wires. As long as you are making 2 channels, you can use your own weaving method. As long as there is wire woven between the 2 channel wires and there is a gap, because you're going to need that gap. The 2 wires are about 8 millimeters apart and you're going to work your weave along those 2. And here you bring the channel in so that you can make a nice neat channel. I had to add in another 30 centimeters of the weaving wire here, which is quite easy. You just wind it around, clean the wraps, and then carry on. As long as you can't see any little hooked pieces of wire, you're fine. So here we are measuring the stone, just to get an idea of where you are with your weaving. Now you can slide it back down and compress the weaving to the right size for your stone. Bend those 2 channel wires in so that they mirror the beginning of that weave. Finish off your weaving, weave into the corner, keep on under over right up to the point, and then you're going to bind the 2 wires together in a wrap and then compress the wrap down. Now you're going to measure your work and it sits there at 14 centimeters, and then you need 5 centimeters for your woven area for the stone setting. Now fit that end of your stone, the round part, into the middle of the weave and pull the wires up to the top, and your weave is on each side of the stone. So your wire, channel wire, one is on one side of the stone and the other's on the other side. So the weave is wrapping around the stone and being squeezed upwards. Your nylon pliers are useful here because they won't scratch the stone. Now you're going to wrap those top wires with the tail of your weaving wire. Wrap it around a few times, say 6 or 8 times should do it, and that holds your wires together at the top of the stone. Now you're going to split those 4 wires apart evenly, fan them out, squeeze them tightly into place, and then you can use a tail wire just to go through them and do a little weave across. This just sets in the wires nicely. You can do more weaving if you want to, or less if you don't. A woven bail's also very pretty, and I have used it before on lots of other pendants. Take your bail wire pliers and holding them on the wires, just bend it around, and then you can swivel the pliers over and to pull in on the other side as well, so that the wires dent in against the body of the stone. Squeeze them in nicely to fit and tidy up the wires so that they're all even. And now take your little tail wire again. These are so useful. Twist them together. That's a good idea. They look pretty as well. And once you have twisted those, wrap them around the entire bale, back to front, and this holds it all together. And then finish off those little tails. Now the tails wires of the bale are there for decorating and making it all pretty. So take one of them to the front, wrap it around your bale, front and back, and end with a little flourish. And now it's wide open. What you do with these little wires is fun, and you can make the top of that pendant so pretty. I'm going to curl one of the wires down onto the body, front of the pendant, to make a pretty little flourish, bring the pattern down. Then the other two, you can do anything you like with these. I'm going to thread on a few little silver beads, and then I have some beautiful little cherry quartz chips, and I love using chips for the top of a pendant because they're shiny and they're a funny odd shape usually, and you get odd little facets of light from these. So there's the cherry quartz, and it's going across the front of the bale and into a little curl. The other wire is also going to have a few silver beads and then also curled up on the front to make it all look pretty. I have made so many variations of this style, and it is just such fun. It's a lovely design to make, and my customers used to buy up so many of them. Tourists as well, which is very nice for business, and local tourists as well. So it is a super bestseller. These are aventurines and sodalite, and some of them have a woven bale and others don't, even in copper. Thank you for watching. Please take great care of yourselves. You are very special. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.